It's more than just poverty, it's dignity, it's hope in the heart of our community. We're building our blocks into destiny. We're breaking those chains, yeah, we're setting dreams free. It's more than just poverty, can't box me in. Yeah. From the ground to the crown, yet he rise again. We're building our blocks into destiny. We're breaking those chains, yeah, we're setting dreams free.
So I want to thank Kendra Witten for stepping in and amazing interview. But now it's the sons. Her sons have, as you heard her story, they done been through it with her. They've been through homelessness with her. They have been on TANF, Section 8. They have been food stamps. The journey doesn't just happen with the parent. It also happens with the children as well. And when we talked about lived experience, we're talking about the two generational effect of things with people there. So now today I have Matthew and I have Keyshawn in the building. Welcome to It's More Than Just Poverty Podcast. And I know you guys are sitting in the background listening to your mother's story. You know, just off top before we start, what did you think about hearing it now? You know you've been through it, but what did you think about hearing it now?
I feel like we came a long way. I thank the Lord that I am where I am today, and I thank the Lord that all lessons I picked up from my mom and watched her achieve and how far she's come.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
We've been through some struggles, and I'm glad that we came a long way and we got to take this opportunity.
So let's talk real quick. I want you, what grades are you in, age? Because I want the audience to understand where you at based off of the story that your mother just told us. So Matthew, what grade are you in and where you at now with?
I'm a senior. This is my last grade.
Okay, all right. Keyshawn?
I graduated from high school and I'll be starting college. I'm going into college. I'm very excited.
There you go. So let's talk about this journey. So you know, your mother gave a very vivid story of homelessness and everything like that. Do y'all understand that y'all were in poverty? Do you understand that, you know, y'all are struggling? Do you understand everything that your mother's going through as children? Did you ever really acknowledge that? To say, man, we are struggling, or is this normal? Or was it just normal to you guys?
I want to say, yeah, I realized it when we were hopping from couch to couch. And then it came to time we were sleeping in a homeless shelter, and we had to pull our weight in there and do chores. And there's a lot of it was a hard time in there also because someone tried to get us kicked out and tried to set us up. But the Lord came through and we got to stay in there longer. But yeah, I started realizing that we were in struggle, and also came to a certain point where I had to pull my weight and help out too. So
talk real quick before you go on. How old was you when you realized that in the shelter part? How old?
I want to say about 15. 15. I was still in high school around that time too. So that's why. And then I was 15, still in high school when we were homeless.
So still in high school, in the shelter, still going to school.
Yeah.
Did children in the school know? Was that a scary thing for you? To like if everybody found out?
It wasn't a scary thing, but it was something I really wanted to keep it to myself, and I didn't want no one finding out because I wasn't embarrassed by it. It's just not the best thing that for people to find out about, and it's no one's business, I felt like. So
Matthew, when did you realize, what age that you realized like, oh wow, this is we were different?
Like 13, I would say. Yes. I did realize it was hard. It was hard to ignore it. But you know, I was patient. You know, I was just waiting for the moment to come. So
let's talk like real conversation on this. Let's get to real talk. How did you feel about your mother in that scenario? How did you feel about, because both of y'all, your fathers in your lives, or no?
No.
All right. No father there.
No.
How talk about your emotional state as young men growing up. You're 15, you're 12, 13, right? As you said at the time, you're going through growing up in emotional instability as well. How did you feel towards the adults that's in your life that's supposed to make it better for you? How did you feel at that time?
I feel like me and Matthew had some type of somewhat. We had role models in our lives. We had our uncles. They were teaching us how to.
Mm,
They're helping us and showing us what right from wrong, showing us the way. And I also feel like I had to somewhat be a leader to for my brother Matthew growing up.
mm,
I had to be a leader for him in a way, and he has his own mind now what he wants to do, and I'm proud of what he wants to do. So yeah, I just felt we had a lot of role models in life, but I mainly had to be that leader for Matthew and show him right for wrong. But it's to the point now in life where I know I can trust him to make his own decisions
mm.
because I know he's a smart kid, a very smart kid. So yeah.
Matthew, like how do you when you start to understand like okay, this is you know a lot that's going on emotionally, and I'm trying to find myself. How did you feel towards your mother, and how did you feel towards the adults that was around you that's supposed to make it better for you?
Um,
Honestly,
honestly,
yeah.
uh, some were teaching me good, but I've learned bad from my past from
Right.
a couple of them too. But you know, my brother Keyshawn was here to guide me, so you know,
Yeah.
I chose to stick with him.
Because so a lot of times, like I have sons.
Yeah.
My oldest son
Mhm.
went through homelessness with us, and
Mhm.
I didn't realize that it affected him until he got into school. And thank God for a amazing teacher that came up and said, "Yo, you know, he been through something." And when I explained that, yeah, we were homeless, and she started to understand certain things that was there. What did
Mhm.
you see in yourself that was because of what y'all were going through in the struggle? Like, man, this is affecting me. Like, how Matthew, how did you adapt, or was you acting out? Was there things that you were doing that now you're a little bit older, you realize like, oh, I didn't have stability. I didn't have that.
Mm.
And that's the reason why I'm doing this.
Yes, a lot. I would make bad choices
Mm,
either with my cousins or in front of my cousins. And like
mm.
yes. So, but once I chose to stick with Keyshawn, that's when he was teaching me right from wrong, and
Did you realize that you was making those decisions because of the scenario that you was in? Like, I don't
yes,
have stability. I don't have this. Did you
yes,
realize that?
yes, a lot.
How did that affect you when that realization came through? Because you said you leaned on your brother
Uh,
for it. How did that realization really made you say, I have to change and do better and not let my circumstances change it? How did that affect you in your decision now to trust your brother?
mm, I noticed how I was acting out. I felt bad. You know, I was being stupid. I was being dumb, and then yeah, I chose to change my ways.
Mm. Thank you for that transparent. Because a lot of like you're gonna have adults watch this, but then
Uh,
they don't understand the effects that it has on their children
yeah.
for it. And I love the fact that both of y'all have that closeness. Because I think what people don't realize is when you're in poverty, when you're in homelessness, this is all you have is each other.
Mm,
You know, as a family to lean on.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you said that in the shelter you had to cover, hold your weight. You're young, you're growing up. Your
Mhm.
mother said it. I love it that both of you are the men in her life
Mhm.
mm.
for it. How is that burden? Is that a hard burden to carry, or is that something that like, forget it, but this is
Yeah.
our reality and I accept it?
I want to say it was a heavy burden. It definitely was for me mainly because Matthew was young. He got to not and we didn't really get to enjoy our childhood, but
Mm,
I would say that it was definitely harder on me. And I don't know what Matthew was feeling, but I feel like it was also hard on him too. But it was definitely hard on me because I feel like that I had to be there and be ready for when the downfall was and be ready to help out and be ready to know what to do when
mm,
the time comes when when the situation goes sideways or if we are staying at someone's place and a situation was sideways, we would have to know what to do and get ready. Now to have to be prepared for that. I know it's that time that I gotta know what to do and learn when to step up and like be the man to help my mom and my brother. So
mm. Big burden to carry, man. Whew. Um, let's talk about what you saw with your mother. What did you learn in watching your mother, both of y'all, in going to school, as she said, COVID and everything? What did y'all both learn? Matthew, starting with you, what did you learn?
I've learned that my mom kept going a lot, and she would never give up. So you know, that would lead me to do better in life, and
To want to see more for
yes,
yourself.
yes, a lot.
Keyshawn?
What I learned from my mom was mainly cooking. I never really knew how to cook till like my mom started going to school. I was like, and then mom was cooking for me. I really never paid attention like that. But out of nowhere, she was in the kitchen. She was making some food, nothing out of something. Like what I love about my mom is she can make nothing out of something. Like if it's even the last down to the last can or rice or something or chicken, she can make anything out of nothing out of something. That's why I picked up. That's what me and Matthew both picked up from her cooking. Like, and that's the one thing that will always be with me. Like my mom taught us how to cook, and I feel like it's important for every younger boy, younger man growing up. I feel like it's important to learn how to cook, because you're not always gonna have a person cook for you. You gotta learn to eventually do it yourself. So that's why I definitely appreciate my mom for, and I feel like I definitely watched our mom. My mom we used to take a bus. Mom used to drop my brother off at daycare, then turn all the way back around, drop me off at Crown Hill, and she would go to her job. Cause I think that was the time my mom was going to medical school too downtown. So then she would have to come back around, come pick us up, and whether it was easy because she didn't have rides. So I see my mom just was a hardworking woman, and I definitely appreciate where we are now because of her. And it's very glad to see that her dreams are finally come true about her own business. So I'm very glad to see that for her, and I feel like she definitely deserves it. So,
Matt, what did you learn from your mom seeing her?
What I learned a lot.
You can. This is good. Let it out. This is your chance to tell it because other kids need to know that watch this. Because a lot of times you guys have went through it, and how you feel about her is important. And and I'll say this just to give you stand. I lost my mother at 11, and I didn't appreciate it. So this is that opportunity alive. What did you learn? What did you take from it?
That she really taught me that to not care what anybody thinks of you. Like, chase your dreams, don't worry about anybody else of what thoughts they have about you. Because either way you keep going in life.
Let's talk about y'all future. Matthew, you getting ready to graduate?
Yes, sir.
You're getting ready to go out in the world and be your own boss, right? What do you see yourself? What is your ambitions? What do you want to do?
I want to be a mechanic.
Auto mechanic or?
Yes.
Auto mechanic? Okay.
Yes.
We need more of them. Just letting you know, we need more of those, especially with the technology today.
Yeah.
Why that industry? Why that job? Why?
Because I seen a lot of people do it, and not only that, like my hands move a lot, so I know I'd be able to do that because it'll help me a lot.
So definitely a hands-on job with it.
Yes.
All right, make sure y'all out there. We need more of those trades. We need to bring back all the mechanics, right? For today. Your desire, where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself? What's your vision for yourself in 3 to 5 years?
Possibly owning a mechanic shop and having like another job on the side.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Like that, see? Mom started that entrepreneur spirit in Matthew, the same thing with you. You're already out of school and everything. What do you see for yourself as getting ready to go into college and do? What do you want to do? What's your desires?
Notice growing up, it's always been basketball. Be like nonstop. I love basketball. But recently I've been playing a lot, so I've been taking a step back from basketball and realizing what else I can do. And I recently started working at the YMCA in Bremerton, and I realized how much of impact I can have on kids and people. And anytime I come in there, like they know I'm a hardworking person. They know what type of impact I have. A whole bunch of kids know my name and be like, "What's up, KJ?" And I see kids outside of my job and they be knowing who I am. So I feel like my next step is to go to college and become a therapist because I like to help people. Honestly, I feel like there's not enough help in the world to help people nowadays because certain people need it but don't know how to ask for it. So I feel like coming from their point of view, I could be that person that could be there to help them because who knows, I could have been in their situation before, or
Yep.
I've been in that type of mindset where I don't need any help. I can keep doing it, but sometimes you just need that help. And I recently started talking to a therapist, and it's definitely been helping me. So I feel like I can do the same and help spread the wellness, and help people get better, and help people understand life, and give them goals, and just help them out. So I feel like I have that type of impact on people. So yeah.
Well, you had the first patient with your brother, so succeeded on that one. Right, so supporting him and getting him well. So that's your first testimony on you. So I want people to, and right now I'm asking you from a political standpoint. What would you tell legislators and people that empower with policy as a young person that mother is on SNAP, which is food stamps and stuff, and somebody that's taking government funding and money? What would you say to a legislator and how they're affecting with policies and everything? What would you say to them as youth growing up with a mother that's doing that? What would you say?
I feel like most people really do need it. From what I know, it costs a lot to spend money on food, so I know certain people do need it and they need the help. So I feel like it's wrong that this is going on at this time, and it's causing a lot of ruckus for people. And I just feel like that they need to. I don't know. I feel like they need to hear people's voices and hear them out of how they're feeling on this, because it's. I feel like it wasn't right to do that, and I don't know behind the scenes of how it went down, but I know it's not right, and people need the help, And I feel like that is definitely, like I said, I feel like it's definitely causing damage to people and countries now, because they're on it, because now the government shut down, and I feel like it just sucks for most people, because that was helping most communities needed it. Who knows who needed it, and
All right.
I feel like it's affecting people, and I feel like they need it and they need the help. So yeah.
Matthew, what would you say to legislators and political people that have the power for policy about, everything that's going on, but people that have lived through what you have lived through as a youth?
Keep going. Chase your dreams. You're gonna get there one day.
All right, got you on it. All right, so the last thing. If you had the one wish that you could change anything now going forward, what would that wish be for both of y'all? What would it be?
My wish would be to help the world become a better place, really, because even in Seattle, I see a lot of homelessness, and it's also I feel like it's up to them to take the help or not, but I also feel like that I do pray sometimes for certain homeless. I pray for homeless people sometimes that they find a better spot and then get a better mindset, because I know certain people need help. But I just pray that my wish would be to basically help the world become a better place, because right now it's not right now in the right mindset right now in the countries and stuff. It's not the right mindset right now. So yeah, I know there's a lot going on. So
Matthew, what's the one wish, if you had it, one wish that you would like, boom, this is what I want to do, change this or get this, or what would it be?
Change the lifestyle we live right now.
Make it better?
Yeah, a lot better. Yeah.
What does that look like? Get that vision.
Helping people, kind of like his, but like helping like the world become like a better place and all, and like like no violence type of thing. Yeah.
So I want to make sure that the public gets this. A lot of our youth and a lot of the children, when parents are on services and going through stuff, they are going through it as well. And I think a lot of times we don't take that to heart. So a lot of policymakers, a lot of executive directors of foundations, everything, heed both of these wonderful, elegant gentlemen that are sitting in front of you, that the effect of poverty and everything does affect children. No matter what you want to say, there is a cost effective of emotions that go through what parents go through that's passed
Mhm.
down to a lot of youth because they're experiencing as well. So I want to thank the both of you for being transparent and being open and being real on the show, because I know that now you guys are going to affect a lot of youth that may see this, or parents that may say you need to watch this, because the resilience that all of y'all went through as a family is real. And I
Mhm.
think knowing that you're surviving and you guys came out on the other end of it, it wasn't jail, it wasn't drug addiction or
Mm-mm.
anything like that, shows a lot of resilience to not just your mother, but then also to yourself, as how y'all leaned on each other. So hats off to you guys. I praise you guys, man, for that. Salute. Definitely. So as another episode of It's More Than Just Poverty, I'm your man, Drayton Jackson, the host. And listen, it is definitely more than just poverty. It's not what you think it is. That's what this show is all about. That's what this podcast is all about. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I'm definitely going to see you on the next one. So thanks to my guests, Kendra Witten, Keyshawn, and Matthew, for showing up. Bremerton, Kitsap County, shout out. And thank you all for joining in. And listen, the bottom, log on. Share this. Give me your questions right now. Put your questions in. I can hit them up and let you know. And then also, we got a future mechanic and we got a future therapist. Reach out if you got programs that are there that you know that you can share with us, and we'll definitely do that. But I want to make sure that you subscribe and share if you know that somebody that needs this. And then also look for families that have those issues. If you have and want to be on the show, info@DraytonJackson.com. Just hit us up and then we'll get back in touch with you. Thank you for joining us again on another episode of It's More Than Just Poverty. Peace.
More than just poverty. Can't box me in. From the ground to the crown, yeah, we rise again.